Good evening, everybody. System Chalk here with the 22nd episode of Cultist Simulator, the Exile Legacy. So we have been playing a remarkably violent Exile, but it has been kind of a fun approach to the game. So I don't remember if I've been in Krakow before or not, but we will. Sorry, just one second here. We'll do our best in terms of sort of settling. Really, it's going to be a bit like the previous city, Kaunas, or however it's correctly pronounced. Basically, what I really need to worry about here is lasting long enough and generating sort of enough tranquility and such to be able to run my doctor's practice, and hopefully do so without generating a lot of traces. So the big thing, and there's almost like, again, every city I think there's going to be one odd manuscript that I can pick up. Although if it's a pinch, I can always convert the adept's powder. But basically here, what I'm really trying to do is, if at all possible, get myself to that nice threshold of four cash before or after I leave. So in reality, what I'm going to want to have are 5 different funds cards, so that I can basically get out of the city and then buy a building that I can run the sanatorium with, which at that point that will start generating a lot more cash for me. So that's the ideal, but of course we are going to be in a situation where I want to buy some curios and whatnot as well, and a lot of this is going to be affected by whether or not I'm able to get the or give the Reckoners the slip long enough. But anyways, enough introduction. Let's see where we're at for opportunities. Church of Saint Marzana the White, on a hill above the city, where the wind blows keen and fierce. A decaying wooden church stands in a bleak grove of leafless oak trees. Yishak tells me there's something there I'll find useful, but he warns me. I looked in all my books for this Saint Marzana. Where did I find her? Nowhere. Okay, that sounds very wintry, but I guess the question is, do I want to... Well, yeah, Saint Marzana the White is also a kind of an indicator too. Honestly, I don't have this tranquility for long, so this seems like a great way to preserve it. And let's send a discreet message so we can make our exit. If I run, I should run somewhere I have an old friend, or at least an old acquaintance. Get in, get the goods, get out. I don't think it's ever been that simple. It always feels very calm while I'm looking for my exit, but it's going to get scary in a little bit. I've begun. I've heard rumors the hungriest of legions is abroad in Kyiv. My pursuers will need to go carefully there, although of course so will I. So is that one that costs... No, okay. So when it talks about being careful, it makes me wonder if I need extra cash, but that doesn't seem to be the case here. Ready. The drum unceasing. I've used persistence. What were we up against? A complication. A creeping horror filters in through the skin. Come closer, says the knight. Come closer. So at the very least, we've preserved the tranquility. If we happen to get, dawn, night, whatever shows up while we're going through the city. That sounds good. I feel okay using the Tranquility just because I don't have an office to work out of yet. Once I have the office, obviously I'm going to want to repurpose that for making money. Alright, so not a great start. Lock the city seeking opportunities. Sometimes this will create a trace. So we're going to treat this just like the previous city. We're going to take out enemies when they show up. That does mean that I can kiss my obscurity goodbye, but you know, I don't really have much else in terms of options right now. Now, one thing that's nice about Faith is that in a pinch I can put this towards the medicine, and this does last longer, so these aren't useless. Okay, heights, moth and lantern, a high place, don't look down. Not too useful in terms of generating cash, but we will push ahead. Alright, Reckoner's already shown up. Just one slip. I've been careful, but not careful enough. The trace on the board will sometimes draw Reckoners. Right. Thorned caressing branches, the sense of darkest green, furred movements beneath my hand, the black and beating darkness, the wood runs close beneath the skin of the world here. I've used patience, and we have a chance to throw something in right away, so I have 8 winter right now. Well, heart and winter are the two things that I'm employing. I guess we don't really know what we're up against yet. I'm assuming we're going to need more white, at which point we use Dominicus, but no point in committing them until we know what we're up against. Okay, Secluded Villa doesn't really help us here. It's too expensive. Obviously, if I'm really in trouble, I could relinquish some stolen years to turn them into cash. But I feel like I should kind of be aiming for better at this point. Search. There's that tingling sensation on the back of my neck. Someone's looking for me. Okay, there's another trace. Quiet Warehouse still doesn't quite help me either, although I'll use that as a possibility if the hesitation, my pursuers, cautious or cowardly or uncertain of their proof, have done nothing yet. So, a bit of good luck for me there. Final complication, nearly there. Now I face an ordeal of desolation, a sunset of the soul. Alright, so we need 12 winter for that. Again, I don't think I really have winter anywhere else. So we do put Dominicus in, but that means we're not going to be able to use them against whatever pursuer I have. I'm going to reserve my faith. Really getting a lot of options to make some money here. Oh, I really should have been searching out the city. Search, there's that tingling sensation on the back of my neck. Someone is looking for me. Reinforcements. Reckoners have evidence that I'm here. They're summoning help to smoke me out. So we'll see how far in trouble I am. The prize, this is what I came for. Success, safely away with my haul. And we have Eberel, the Ragged Sword. In its long career, Yishak told me, this weapon has also been called Gatemaker, Scar Sword, and the Orphan. It was apparently commissioned to be borne by a king against an unbuilt city in an unknown season. It was turned to other purposes, however, and it will cut bits off mortals and immortals just fine. And the foe cannot break Eberel. Okay, this This changes everything. So 6 knock, 6 forge, and 6 edge. So this gives me an edge, so to speak, in medicine as well, I believe, because I think I need forge or excuse me, forge or heart. Still no luck with the practice. I'm actually a little worried about my ability to make money now. I may want to consider what I can do with the Holy Man, for instance. Okay, the Underworld connection. I should have a lot of edge to throw at the competitions now. That might be worth taking a look at. Ooh, that's gonna be a tough one. So we know the procedure in this case. So we start with the profane weapon. Okay, the discreet office is what I wanted. Now again, I don't have the tranquility, but... or maybe I will. I've learned to listen to my instincts, and my instincts are telling me that someone's working against me. A palpable hit. I've struck and faded back into the city. 2 wounds will kill most reckoners, 4 wounds will kill an underboss. So I'm going to take 10 seconds to get the Underworld connection. Every second counts with this tranquility, so here's someone who will only accept payment in the currency of the cindered tally. So the official connection will help me out as well in a pinch. I was thinking that the Underworld connection might be good for making money using the edge, but let's not worry about that now because I have the ability to use the medical credentials. So grab the discreet office, pay in cash. So medical credentials. Ooh. We may lose this tranquility anyway. My treatments may not be quite what they seem, but my results are always excellent. Okay. Let's hope for some more dawn or night. Actually, the faith will help in this case. What else can we do? So... Reckoner's corpse is good for 2 grail, not quite enough for what I need. So let's go upgrade my edge lore. Learn from my victory, certain techniques can only be articulated in an enemy's blood. And what I want to be doing here is basically finding as much heart and as much grail as I can possibly get over the course of this. Okay. Ah, perfect. So there's my next tranquility. I may be a little late in getting it, but we'll see. So the faith is going to be my backup. But we'll take the... Wait, where'd the... I lost the dawn, didn't I? That was so stupid of me. I could have just put it in the... That's what I get for going fast forward. Yeah, that only has so many seconds. What I should have done was put it inside here, and then I could have put it in the work slot. All right, well, that's on me if I blow it. No big surprise that there's another trace coming up. This wasn't a tidy or a pleasant process, but I've developed my understanding of the many kinds of mortal action. So now we have the alignments of murder. These are the arts that ensure an ending. So we're definitely doing well in terms of kind of the means of defending ourselves, but we do need to work a little bit on... Okay. Well, I have the 8. Ooh, a mutilated manuscript. Alright, so I need 2 cash for that, so I may actually have a longer stay than I was expecting. Again, we'll see what we're up against. Search. There's that tingling sensation on the back of my neck. Someone is looking for me. The Grand Townhouse would be nice if I wasn't under so much pressure. We'll see, though. I think at this point I need to renew the heights just in case. Alright, more faith. Would have been nice to deposit that a little bit earlier, but 12. So the faith on its own is not going to be enough to put us through. Doctor's practice. Quietly cure the sick or build showy props. So again, a lot of this is going to depend... Alright, an assassin's a bit of good news for me. And I think Old and Happy Far Off Things only gives me level 2 in terms of heart, but let's start by firing the profane weapon at the pursuer. And we're gonna give Dominicus a little bit of practice. Palpable hit. I've struck and faded back into the city. 2 wounds will kill a... Most Reckoners, 4 wounds will kill an underboss. Yeah, so this is about the same as using Faith. So if I could have put the Faith in earlier, this would have actually let me get that final level. But in this case here, I'm not able to meet the challenge. This challenge, that could have gone better. So I suspect we're not going to make as much money as we could have. I'm actually going to hit him with Eberel right away. We are going to open the practice immediately after. Maybe if I have the Grand Townhouse, I can try something different, but a friend has lent me their protection. Alright, I've been careful. You've achieved 2 subtly. There's a slight risk of a trace. So we've got 2 cash to work with. Now I could sell the Adept's Powder and the Office. Actually, I think that's not a bad idea here. So let's sell... but where do I get the... No, you know what? That's not a good call. In fact, I'm probably going to lose the Tranquility anyway. Yeah, I don't even have the Faith. This may not be a bad time for me to attack directly with, yeah, I outmatched them, and it's time they knew it. This guarantees me the win. Now, unfortunately, the Tranquility's gone, so I don't have any way of making the medicine work here. So it's time for me to buy the manuscript pages with my cash. But that more or less guarantees that I'm stuck here trying to earn some more money. Actually, what I'm going to do, let's take the discreet office. Medical credentials with the discreet office and a year. Ah, come on. One more time. Medical credentials, discreet office, year. My treatments may not be quite what they seem, but my results are always excellent. So this is... Oh wait, but the restlessness can't be used either. Oh, I've really gone and done it now. I don't think I have anything I can throw at this. Doctor's practice. Cure the sick or give the old a shot of youth. Okay. Oh, you know what? I could have put the curio in. Like, I could have put the Bohemian Saint. I think we're going to fail all of these. Honestly, though, that was on me for not being more careful, so... There's actually one other thing that I can do. So the official connection or the holy man might give me a... So the problem that I have is because it's always clinking glasses, I always think that it has Grail, but clearly that can't be true for everyone. But the Holy Man feels like something that would have heart. I guess the question though, okay, the official connection's a little bit more useful to me in... Okay. I'm gonna go for the official connection. I feel a little bad about it, but it's useful to me if the Reckoner comes in and causes trouble. So in this case, I'm gonna use the official connection and hope we can get some tranquility back. Warehouse. Patients come and go at my doctor's practice. Next. And we will... Oh yeah, if it wasn't clear, basically the official connection gives me Grail. So I was going to throw it in pretty much no matter what, but... So that gets me the 8. Starting to write this ship. It's just a question in terms of how that affects my ability to make money. Okay, not going to make the same mistake last time. Let's get that tranquility. Although, given that we're going for Grail this time, maybe it's not as important. So if I remove this, we don't have enough Grail. So I may actually be wasting the tranquility already. And I have the chance to convert the Reckoner Corpse into my last level of Edge, so certain techniques can only be articulated in an enemy's blood. And I apologize for rushing through so much of this. I'm really feeling the pressure with the trace, but the game hasn't been giving me the pressure from the trace. Okay, so either 12 Forge or 12 Heart, neither of which are going to help, but at the very least I can add the tranquility for... wait, did we actually pass any of these? I might have made a big blunder. I'm wondering if maybe the Holy Man is something that can help me out here. This wasn't a tidy or a pleasant process, but I've developed my understanding of the many kinds of mortal action. Mysteries of force. The Colonel and the Lionsmith are gods who were flesh, but the Wolf Divided is a god who was blood. Cunning, strength, and agony are the 3 roots of victory, and here is their secret doctrine. Okay. So, we're a pretty fearsome force to contend with. Delighted to see you looking so much better. Light touch, I've been careful. You've achieved 2 subtlety with a slight risk of a trace. Better than nothing, I suppose. And we did get 2 cash for that. So the question is, do I want to try one more round of this? And yes. But what I'm going to do here, I'm going to get a connection with a holy man and see if maybe we can angle that to our favor. Now, again, it's worth saying, like, this does... I am paying a lot of years in order... I'm a little concerned about what I saw with the microphone there, so I'm going to have to review this video. But in any case, I'll do a quick recap of what happened, just in case there were problems. We managed. So the first and most important thing is we hit that threshold in terms of cash that we needed. I have 5 cash, so I should be able to get the grand townhouse, and that should allow me to run the sanatorium and make more money. On top of that, we've got a very powerful weapon, Eberel, the Ragged Sword. So in the worst case scenario, this just gives me another point of defense against the foe. Now, it does seem that this place is troubled, so in this case, I may not be able to run my practice the way that I was planning on. That is going to be a bit of a worry, but I'm going to leave that for sort of a future consideration. But anyways, we have upgraded so we're down to 63 years. In so doing, we have maximized our edge, which means that's going to be recharging as fast as it can. We've got a sacred weapon, a profane weapon. Does this count as a sacred weapon? What is the official title for it? Weapon? Okay, it's a not profane weapon. It's actually also a pentiment, but a couple curios, and a medical license. So we have the means of earning more money, we've got some means of defending ourselves, and then we're also up an ally. So again, as far as progress is concerned, we're laying the foundations for a pretty good run. The question, of course, is, am I going to be in a, like, I also thought I was in a good position right up until the foe took me out in the previous run. So anyways, this is going a little bit longer, and I may actually have to try and cut out some of the audio problems. I am equipped with some editing software now, so I should be able to do sort of a voiceover over the troubled parts if it comes down to that. But I'll leave you all in peace. Thank you very much for watching. I'll be back tomorrow as we work in Kyiv to see whether or not we can make a deal with the Legions or otherwise advance my interests. Take care.